Sir Darius Brown's story is incredibly inspiring. In the 8-year-old, his family learned that he was a little behind in developing his fine motor skills. They supported him on a creative level, teaching him how to sew all by himself. 2 years later, hurricanes devastated more areas of Florida and Texas. Sir Darius knew he wanted to help, so he turned to his creative outlet, sewing, in an effort to find a way to help the communities in need. He was able to build an incredible amount of buzz quickly with his hard work and kindness. Here, his New Jersey teenager helped shelter dogs get adopted by making them bow ties. At 8 years old, Sir Darius Brown and his family became aware that the boy was having some trouble developing his fine motor skills, the more difficult hand-eye coordination with using your fingers. It wasn't a big deal, but Sir Darius Brown was a little behind in developing some skills that kids between the ages of 6 to 12 were able to master. His mother, Joy Brown, had a great idea to help him get some more practice. She suggested that Sir Darius Brown help his hairstylist sister, Desai Shears, sew bows to style hair. His mother's idea turned out to be a great one, and Sir Darius sat alongside his sister cutting fabric and eventually sewing bows for her to style hair with. His sister Shears knew that it wasn't the most useful or interesting thing to make for Sir Darius, since he wouldn't be wearing the bows himself. So she gave him fabric pieces to add a strap so they could be bowties, a more relatable creation for a young boy. Most 13-year-old boys aren't wearing bow ties very often, but Sirius wanted to wear his creations. Who wouldn't? By 2017, Sirius had been creating bow ties for 2 years. That's when Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma hit the states of Texas and Florida. Although Sir Darius' family wasn't directly impacted, they lived in New Jersey. After seeing the images on the television, Sir Darius knew that he wanted to help the people who were devastated by the hurricanes. Sir Darius asked his mother Joy if they could send money to help with the hurricane relief efforts. She told him that they wouldn't be able to donate enough to make a strong impact. If he wanted to help, he should think of another way of doing so. That's when Sir Darius' entrepreneurial spirit was sparked. He remembered seeing photos and videos of the animals that were being evacuated from the area. Sir Darius knew he could find a way to help in some way. His mother Joy admitted to ABC Action News. At first, I didn't get it, but then he explained that he could donate his bow ties to the shelters, and if the dogs wear them, they'll be looking cute and dapper, and people will want to adopt them. Once again, Joy offered her support to her intrepid son, and Sir Darius Brown got to work on the sewing machine, designing bow ties for animals who lost their homes in the hurricanes. Fueled by passion and the desire to help, Sir Darius Brown quickly cranked out a batch of bow ties for shelter dogs. Joy took her son to ASPCA to donate the bow ties to the animal shelter. Sadly, it was that day that Sir Darius learned that some of the dogs may be euthanized if they didn't find a home soon. He knew that he just couldn't let that happen. Learning this made him want to work even harder. Sir Darius was designing and making 10 to 15 bow ties each week. He put in a great amount of time into the project, as each bow tie took around 30 minutes to make. Making sure he completed his schoolwork on time, Sir Darius generously spent his weekends making the bow ties for the shelter dogs. He knew that his work to save the shelter dogs was important, and whatever time he could contribute toward the cause would be well worth it. As he had hoped for, Sir Darius' bow ties were a big hit with his local animal shelter, and were helping the dogs brought in from Texas and Florida get adopted. Other animal shelters began requesting bow ties from 13-year-old Sir Darius in New Jersey, and he was happy to help. Joy helped him set up a GoFundMe account for fabric, and he continued creating the bow ties like it was his job. By the summer of 2019, Sir Darius was partnering with animal shelters in several states, creating bow ties for all of the shelter dogs looking for homes. Since beginning his project of making bow ties for shelter dogs, Sir Darius estimates that he's made between 400 and 500 bow ties. This has helped more than 100 animals find their forever home after ending up in an animal shelter. Joy said of her son, "He's amazing, he's selfless, he just gives from his heart." The proud mother is happy to continue backing Darius with his effort. Learn what his goal is next. Originally donating bow ties to the animal shelters around his New Jersey hometowns, Sir Darius' venture kept growing. He's not ready to stop now. In fact, he has even bigger dreams for his bow tie project. He told ABC, "I want to help as many dogs as I possibly can and to continue to give back to others. I want to inspire the youth to give back to the community as well and use your passion to help others." Sir Darius keeps on pushing the limits of his passionate pursuit. He began participating in the New York Pet Fashion Show as the youngest contestant. 2020 was his third year participating in the show. His sister helped him share on his GoFundMe page. "I'm so happy to say that my amazing model, Dapper Dog Zachary, was being fostered for 2 years and now he's adopted. Our matching custom bow tie made by yours truly was inspired by the colors of outer space." Not only did Sir Darius participate in the New York Pet Fashion Show, but he landed an appearance on the Dog Bowl 3 in January 2020 on Animal Planet. The annual event helps older shelter dogs find their forever homes by showcasing their athletic skills. Sir Darius volunteered to help coach 4 senior dogs to help them find homes. Of course, they were wearing bow ties that he created too. See what he did to help during the Australian wildfires next. Sir Darius' heart isn't just limited to dogs. He cares about all kinds of animals. Once again, during the terrible wildfires in Australia, Sir Darius saw images on the TV that made him jump into action. He decided that he would make mittens for the koala bears that burned their paws in the disaster. He shared on his GoFundMe page, "I made an attempt to create koala mittens for the koala bears, and I think they came out really great. I have more batches and I will be shipping these out later this week." Sir Darius' bow ties kept helping dogs get adopted, so much that animal shelter volunteers were calling them the magic bow ties. Many people have been taking notice of Sir Darius' hard work and humanitarian effort. He's raised an incredible $53,000 of his $55,000 goals on GoFundMe, and the people donating to his page love to see his update. In early 2020, GoFundMe named Sir Darius GoFundMe Kid Hero and wrote a special feature on his project hoping to raise more awareness and support for his GoFundMe account. Sir Darius excitedly commented, "Thank you for your support. You are greatly appreciated. Stay possum." It's hard to believe that Sir Darius isn't even a high schooler yet with all that he's accomplished. To keep up with his bow tie business, he's decided to go beyond his GoFundMe page updates and start his own website. Visitors can donate to the project shop for bow ties for their pets and see a gallery of dogs that he's helped get adopted. He also lists all of the awards he's been presented within his relatively short time making bow ties. He was named the 2020 New Jersey State Honoree for the Prudential Spirit of Community Award, the Shining World Compassion Award by the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association, the Leadership Award from Leaders of the Future No Limits, the Outstanding Achievement Award from the WDIB Conference, and many more. The sky is the limit for Sir Darius.